Welcome back to another one of Mike's Kitchen Chats. Yeah, I know it's a little hokey. Millions of Americans working from home. Everybody makes fun of my kitchen because it's never used because I don't cook. But it's an opportunity to kind of pull back the curtain and have you meet some of the real crucial, integral partners of Team Gallagher. And one of them, you hear me every single day talk about Mike and Brian at Fellowship Home Loans. And it's because I believe in them. It's because I know how they operate. It's the only mortgage lending company that I would ever recommend to anyone because they don't treat people like a number. They don't treat people like a cog in the wheel. They really go above and beyond. I remember one of the first emails of feedback I got from Fellowship, somebody who used Fellowship Home Loans for their mortgage, was a lady saying that her representative at Fellowship Home Loans was calling her to make sure everything was okay on the closing from his wife's hospital room where she had just given birth. That's the kind of story that they have. Well, Brian Schiele is one of the stars, of course, of Fellowship Home Loans. He's a mortgage professional at Fellowship Home Loans. Fellowship Home Loan staff has been in the radio and mortgage industry for more than 10 years now, and they've worked so hard, and they've got an impeccable reputation. It's an honor, Mike, Brian and Mike. Brian, honor to have you in our kitchen. Now, I'm in my kitchen. Where are you? It looks like you're on the patio.
I'm actually in a sunroom type setting. It's a little bit of extension of our
Sunroom.
house. Yeah, well, it's a day.
Ah,
It's a nice day. I figured, let's exploit the opportunity here.
I like it. I like it. I like it very much. Well, I'm in the kitchen where nothing, just the microwave is used, and that's it, just to heat it up. This is such a weird time, Brian. We got people, 33 million people unemployed. Some of the recent numbers, but many people who are employed, but they're working from home. Essential workers who are going into work. It's such a
Yeah.
topsy-turvy time, but I keep coming back to knowing how busy you guys still are, probably because interest rates are at epic lows. Are these about the lowest interest rates you've seen ever?
Yeah, Mike, it really is. It's a time like this. I want to thank all of our essential employees, our first responders, but it's times like this where we've never seen rates this low. And it's everything we see is so reactive. You see the stock market shoot up one day based on a tweet and then a rumor, it goes down the next day. And we're seeing similar things in terms of the mortgage industry and interest rates. We're seeing all-time low rates. Rates are at the lowest that I've ever seen them, like you said. We're also seeing a little bit of a credit crunch, though. We're seeing something that we're saying, all right, it's a little bit riskier maybe to refinance right now because of, like you said, the unemployment rate. It's so high. So lenders are increasing their credit score limits. And I think that's a knee-jerk reaction as well. We're seeing that. I think that's going to be short-lived. I think once we get past this, you're going to see that they're going to ease up on those restrictions. But on the flip side, rates are this low. And just how I think the credit crunch may get lifted, I think we could see interest rates go up as well. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week, but there's so much more room for those rates to go up where they really can't go down much more than where they are. I think they've really bottomed out. It's just a great opportunity to kind of reevaluate your mortgage and your whole financial situation and save a few dollars. I think that's the first thing that everyone's talking about. You're waiting for that stimulus check to come in, maybe. You're waiting for that payroll protection check to come in. But one thing that you can take upon yourself is your mortgage. And it's a fantastic time to really lower that interest rate because it is that low.
I got an email from a listener, and I forget where they live, but a very nice lady, and she became a Fellowship Home Loans customer because she had an idea that if she could refinance, she had like I think she told me she had a 4.5% interest rate, maybe 5. And she went to you guys, and lo and behold, I mean, I don't know that I can even repeat the number, but Brian, let me break it to you. It wasn't just a few dollars. What she is saving, she said, is truly making the difference between struggling because she had credit card debt and she wiped out her credit card debt with what she's saving, thanks to the refinanced mortgage that she did through Fellowship Home Loans. This is really a godsend, isn't it, for a lot of people?
Yeah, it truly is. And the funny thing is, you say it was an interest rate of 4.5 or 5% originally. If we said that rate, 5, 6 years ago, you'd
I
be high
know.
fiving. You'd be
I
so
know.
excited to have that interest rate. Now you hear rates like that, you're like, oh man, that's high. That's high. You really got
Yeah.
to do something about that. And it's
Yeah.
it's really amazing. You can go down so much with your mortgage rate. And like you said, by consolidating some of those bills, I mean, credit card interest rates are in the high teens to low 20%. You
Right.
consolidate that into your mortgage, and let's face it, home values to this point have gone up so much where you have that newfound equity. It's great to have that equity work for you and consolidate those bills into your first mortgage. And people are saving hundreds of dollars a month. It's kind of like giving yourself a raise,
Yeah.
and really taking it upon yourself.
And a lot of people desperately need a raise right now. So the timing is great. I urge you
Yeah.
to call Fellowship Home Loans even as you're hearing this message, 1-800-510-MIKE. We set up a special toll-free number. Your Mike claims it's for him. I brag it's for me. So I don't know which Mike. We'll both take credit, but it's an easy to remember number, 800-510-MIKE. 800-510-6453 or fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G. We're visiting with Brian from Fellowship Home Loans. Knowing how you guys work and how you put the customer first, and this is why I'm so impressed truly by Fellowship Home Loans. When somebody comes to you and says, man, I got credit card debt. I'm paying 23% interest rate on these credit cards. I'm $8,000 in debt. Can I refi? Can I work all this out? I know the answer to this question, but let's reiterate it. You guys really do kind of take them by the hand and walk them through the whole process, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. I think the biggest thing, and I think this is in business in general, is that people are so quick to speak and they don't listen.
Right.
And what we pride ourselves on is actually listening and hearing what the needs and what the wants are. It's what you want to save money, you want to get that, you want to get cash out of your home, you want to consolidate those bills. We kind of want to hear why. Maybe it's for tuition, maybe it's for home improvements, and maybe you're having a baby on the way or something like that. We
Yeah.
try and hear what you need to do, what you want to accomplish, and then yeah, we hold your hand through the process. Let's face it, mortgage refinancing, it's years ago when the market crashed, mortgages was kind of like a four-letter word. uh, so we understand that, and we try and put a positive spin on that and make it as seamless as possible for you, walk you through the process and from beginning to end, and listen to your wants and kind of guide you through that process. We're with you from beginning to end. We try and make this process a matter of a couple of weeks and not a couple of months. It's a very different process with Fellowship Home Loans. And that's what Mike and I really tried to establish years ago when we started Fellowship Home Loans.
What I love about these Mike's Kitchen Chats is I do like to pull back the curtain and share some things that maybe people don't know. And I allude to it. I mean, I've been to your offices. I see how you guys do business. If you don't mind, Brian, speak to the atmosphere in your office. I mean, first thing I noticed is, and I'm a believer. I was impressed to see some crosses on the wall. You guys have a bit of a spirit. You have a very strong spiritual component to your company. I mean, these are the things that sort of make Fellowship Home Loans different. Can you talk a little bit about the workplace environment at Fellowship Home Loans out there on Long Island?
Yeah, it's something that people probably wouldn't expect. It's a place where you can express your faith, you can express your beliefs. It's something Fellowship Home Loans is something that your beliefs are not something that you take the hat off and you put the hat on when you want to. It's something that you walk in and out of that door with each and every day. You're not going to see a bunch of people in suits walking around. You see kind of maybe golf shirts and khaki pants. That's really as dressed up as we get. We try and keep it light. We got a couple of games there. Mortgages and numbers are not the most exciting things every single day to do. So we try and lighten it up a little bit. But the one thing I'll say about our group is it really is a family. And I really don't like when people use that word, 'cause I feel like it's such a cliche. But we really act in each other's best interests in terms of helping each other out. We have the same beliefs, and that's putting the client first. You do that, if you take care of the client, you take care of your employees, everything else is going to work itself out. It's just a matter of putting others before you. And I think that's what our calling is. That's not just Fellowship Home Loans calling. I think that's all of our callings, is to help others when you can, help others when they need it, pick each other up when they're down, and work together as a team.
It's why I'm so honored to endorse you every day on the radio, and I'm grateful that you give me the opportunity to do so. We love our partnership, and I'm so happy every time I hear from a listener to the Mike Gallagher Show who's become a Fellowship Home Loans customer. I'm grateful for everything you guys do. Keep fighting the good fight. Again, call 800-510-MIKE. That's my Mike, not the other Mikes. 800-510-6453. You make sure you tell him, Mike, that I said that, all right, please?
I'll make sure, I promise you.
Or go to fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G, fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G. Brian, great having you on with us on Mike's Kitchen Chats. And we're going to talk again real soon.
Thanks for having me, Mike. Thank you.